Hello beautiful peeps of YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kat and you're watching Planning Calm. And here in this channel I love to share with you all the many ways I can help you plan your way to calm and plan a calmer life. I'm going to dive right into it today because I know your time is precious. We're talking about stuff I've regret buying for 2025. Now, if you're new to my channel and you don't know, I have made several videos in regards to this, and I'm not doing this to, call out any companies or call out any products. It's just a way that I love to share what products work for me and what products might not work for you in an effort to save you money and help you live a calmer life. So let's dive in today. So the first thing that did not work for me and that I regret buying are bulky paper planners. And yes, although the deals were great at the old Winners and HomeSense, I got suckered in. But what ends up happening with a big bulky planner like this is that I don't end up using it. And I live a pretty busy life in that I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. And having a planner that just, is able to come with me and travel with me without taking up a lot of room in my bag or a lot of room in my knapsack or work bag or what have you is more ideal for my lifestyle. And this just wasn't it for me. It was just too big, too much going on. Even the colors were just a little bit too bright for me, and I just found that I didn't reach for it at all, and I regret buying it. As much as I was trying to save some bills, because we all know with Trump and tariffs and high inflation and life be lifing. Comment down below and let me know how you're doing with all of this. We want to make sure that we are spending our hardworking dollars wisely, and buying something that doesn't fit your lifestyle just doesn't make sense. So if I were you and you're in the market for a planner, do not buy a big bulky one like this one. It is a waste of money. And the next item I regret buying this year is a hyper-specific type of planner. Now, what I mean by that is a planner that I use specifically for one task. So a meal prepping planner, a fitness planner. I had every intention of using this as my fitness planner, and for some reason, it just did not work. I don't understand what was wrong, why it didn't work. I dropped off Classic in January, and at the end of January I just stopped carrying this with me, and I love the idea of this, but it just, I don't know what it was. It just didn't work for me. And similar to the bulky planner, like in the fact that it was too large to carry, and it just wasn't practical for my lifestyle. Funny enough, this was too small for me because of its size. I just couldn't remember to put it in my bag. I know that sounds so silly, but I just found better success using my phone to chart all of my meals and my activities and exercise for my weight loss journey. And I just found that it worked better for me. I'm a little disappointed because I love this planner. It is a Moleskine planner. If you can see here, I love every bit of it, but for my specific fitness and health planner, this just didn't work for me. Maybe if it was a little bit larger, I think it would have worked better. I know that sounds weird, but the fact that it was a little bit too small for me meant that I forgot to bring it and use it when I went to the gym and for my walks and my food and things like that. So yeah, I regret buying this one. I love the product, but just for the purpose that it was made for, it just didn't work for me. So there's that. The next thing I regret buying, you think I would learn with all this time, is Happy Planner stickers. I think it takes me back to the good old days of Planner Tube and, Planner Life and Planner Addict days. I don't know. But there was a huge clearance sale at my local Michael's, and I went in and I stocked up on some planners a while back. Not planners. I stocked up on some stickers, rather. Happy Planner stickers. Why? I don't know. I love Happy Planner. Don't get me wrong. I love their products. I love everything about them. But I just find that their stickers, I don't reach for their stickers. Their stickers are just not my style anymore. And although I love them once upon a time, I don't I don't have the same planner aesthetic that these stickers call for. Now, am I going to use these stickers? Absolutely. I'll find a way to make them work, but they don't really fit the vibe that I'm going for in my planning. And so spending money, no matter, even if it's on clearance or on sale or heavily reduced, it doesn't matter. Space in your home is also very precious. And just because something's on sale doesn't mean you need to snatch it up and put it in there. You got to make better choices. I'm telling that to myself, not you. But when it comes to stickers especially, I need to make better choices and stick to stickers that are more my style and not just the ones that are on sale or that I loved once upon a time. So Happy Planner stickers, just not my jam anymore. I love Happy Planner products, but the stickers, I think I'll move on from them. Speaking of stickers, I fall for this all the time, and that is Temu stickers. Now, they look good when you get on there and you're like, oh my goodness, they're only $1.94. What can go wrong? Well, you know what? What shows on the site doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're getting. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is not the sticker roll that I picked when I chose it. It was something completely different, but this is what arrived. So I have a whole roll of things that I know I'm not going to use because, again, it's not my style, but I'm stuck with it. I'm stuck with it. Along with these type of stickers, some I haven't even opened, but like, I don't need all of these things here, not my style, but I thought, okay, it looks cute when I go to look at it online, but again, not my style. And just such a waste of money. I regret buying all of these stickers that, like the sayings and the quotes and things like that. I think I've moved beyond this stuff. And so it's just not keeping with my style. And now I have a whole bunch of them that, I'm probably going to have to use up. I regret buying, and it's just such a waste, Speaking of wasting money, oh goodness, I can't tell you. Now, let me preface this by saying I am a book nerd, a bookworm. I love a good book. And some of the trendy books that, have popped on in recent years, I've fallen for, and it is such a waste of money buying books, trendy books at that, at your local stores, whatever stores that may be, whether it be Chapters, Indigo, the grocery store, what have you, because 9 times out of 10, my school, where I'm an English teacher at, will have these books on the shelves in our school library, so I could just borrow it from the school, or if I can't find it at school, I could, download it for free on like a Kobo, which I have, or get it super, super, super reduced at a thrift store, which I also have close by. So it's just such a waste of money spending money on trendy books like this. Don't do it. Find other ways. It'll save you so much money, especially for these trendy titles like this. Good book, liked it, but not worth the money. Alrighty, speaking of books, one thing that I will not be doing or buying are self-help books. And I'll tell you why. Self-help books, as much as they are, like I understand what their benefits are, but, honestly, as a Christian, the simplest way to get good books and good advice books, self-help books, is just simply reading my Bible. Okay. The Bible tells me how to have a good marriage, a happy marriage, a sacred marriage, and a marriage according to God's will. I don't need to read Gary Thomas's interpretation of that. So this was a waste. Okay. How to live a simple, abundant life every day. I don't need to read, this lady's, blah, blah, blah about how to live a life every day, a purposeful life, because I got the Bible for that. When you spend more time in the Word and reading your Bible consistently and, even reading your Bible app, you don't need all of this extra stuff. It's just extra money. It's nice to hear somebody else's perspective. And I did get this at a thrift store, mind you, but it's just taking up space because I don't use it. I reach for my Bible instead. And these self-help books I just feel like they're a waste of time. If you want real good instruction, stick to the Bible instead. Alrighty, my next one is also a book, and it pains me to say this, but it is a notebook. But there's not any notebook, it is a blank notebook. And I'm kicking myself because this was the year I was going to start bullet journaling. I've always wanted to do a bullet journal, and this year I was like, yes, girl, I'm going to do it, honey, blah, 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 about all the things, and ask me if I even cracked one page of this bad boy to make a bullet journal spread. Obviously, you can tell it's blank, and this this is just not happening. Now, I will probably repurpose this as a doodle book because I don't think I'm going to get around to making a bullet journal anytime soon. My life is just too busy, and I just don't have the time to sit and devote to that without giving up something on my plate. And as you know, I'm trying to make this hustle my full-time gig because I hate my career. So I'm trying to get up out of there. And if that is the case, I can't devote extra time that I really don't have on things that I just don't have the time for. And so as much as I love this book, it's beautiful, beautiful blank notebooks. Unless I have a specific intended purpose for it that I'm actually going to use it for, don't spend money on a blank notebook or any notebook that you're not going to use because it's just going to take up space. And so it's going to be a regret purchase for me. And lastly, and this pains me as well because I love this product, these are gel highlighters. Now, I love highlighters. I'm always a highlighter girly, but this one particular from Mr. Pen, and I love Mr. Pen products. This is not what I thought I was getting. It's marketed as a gel highlighter, but when you look at it, it is actually more of a crayon type consistency. And so to show you, if you want to highlight something, it almost like you can't really highlight with it. It is very much a crayon. This is not the gel highlighter that I was expecting. And it even performs like a crayon too. I did not know it was going to be like this. I would have returned it if I was more mindful, but I was so busy I didn't even really notice. And then when I finally cracked it open, it was too far past the date. But I don't use crayons. I'm not I'm not in elementary anymore. I don't have a use for crayons. I'll probably stick this in my student stash for my students to use, but this was such a regret, such a waste of money. Again, love Mr. Pen products. I really do. They make great pens. But this gel highlighter, aka jumbo crayon, overpriced crayon, and the caps don't come off easy either. It was such a regret, such a waste of money. Do not fall for it. If you see gel highlighters, don't buy them. Such a waste. So there you have it, my friends. That is it. That is all I got to show you for today. I hope these videos are helpful. Like I said, I'm not trying to slander anybody or throw any company under the bus. What I am trying to do is show you that despite your best efforts to, buy things to help you live a calmer life and help you to enjoy your hobby of, planning, organizing, etc., sometimes you just miss the boat on things, and sometimes you will have a product that you regret. And my advice to you is not to feel bad about it, not to beat yourself up for spending the money on products that you hope was going to help you, but just to use it as a way to remind yourself, to show yourself some grace. Sometimes you buy things and they don't work. You can, take this as an opportunity to do better research before you buy your products, like I need to do, obviously, and or donate them and give them to somebody who can really use them. But, there's always a way to make things better, and, you never know unless you do the trial and error thing. And sometimes that's what life is about trying something. And if it doesn't work for you, no matter how cute it is, no matter how much you love the product, that's okay. You just need to move on from that and not beat yourself up for it. So there you have it, my friends. These are my regrets for 2025 so far. Give this video a like and comment down below and tell me what your regret is for this year so far. I would love to know if you care to share. And until the next video, my beautiful friends, take care, be well, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, planner peeps.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me